Hi, it's Jean at Captain Stitches, home of the Quilting Stitching Bee, where I share all things quilting and stitching with you, with tips and demonstrations on slow stitching, embroidery, quilting, applique, you name it. Any type of stitching that you can do, I'll have something to share with you. So it's Sunday and it's time for the Week in Review, where I share with you what has gone on at Captain Stitches behind the scenes and on video the past week. So, first of all, what has been going on? This week went by really quickly, just like the high winds that have passed through Ohio. Let me tell you, we've had some mighty, mighty high winds the last couple of days. But anyway, the first thing that I did this week was I was in the planning and designing stage. So every month in my Facebook group, I design a little mini quilt of the month. So I have been designing April's mini quilt of the month, and I am going to share just a sneak peek of what may lie ahead for the month of April. That's all you get to see for now until it's ready to come out for everyone to download and join in on the stitching. And that should probably be around the 15th of the month. So that is coming to you very shortly. Another thing that I did is when I was sharing with you my different types of needle books and everything, I talked about having thread cards to wrap the thread around instead of putting each spool of thread in with the project and then wondering where'd all my thread go. So I was able to find a free printable and I downloaded it and I made myself some thread cards. So I have those ready to put and add in my projects as I'm going. Let's see, what else do we have for you? Oh, I finished piecing the Civil War mystery quilt. So we have that to show you. And we will hold that up and back up so you can see that that is now finished and complete, ready to be layered with the backing and batting. And I will be hand stitching this one. So I have another one, the little basket quilt that I've been showing you along the way, that I have to finish before I can start hand quilting this one. So maybe that'll give me an incentive to get that one finally done too. But we have the binding and everything ready to go with this, the backing and batting. And I just wanted to share with you a little thing that I do that I find amusing at times, but then I find out, okay, how useful the information really is. Because this was an old project from way back, and the way that I am able to know when it was is I keep my notes. And so you'll see that it says late night something, Civil War repros. 1/17/03 is when this class was. And on the back of this card, I actually have the amount and the price of every fabric that was used in that quilt. So I think that's amazing. So I know, including the class fee even, what the total cost of that quilt was and have the dates right along with that. So I'm able to tell when I started that quilt, and now because I wrote the information down, on the last page of the instructions, I wrote when I finished the top. So I'll also be able to know when it is totally complete. So that is one of the bigger projects that was completed this week. I also have a customer's quilt that I loaded on the long arm, and it also happens to be a quilt that I did design for her. She had an idea and saw a photo of another quilt, but wanted it different than that. So I redesigned it for her and she quilted it up. We now have it on the long arm, and hopefully that will be done for her this week. And then I will be able to show you that when I take it off the long arm. Can't show you it now because it's on the other side of the room and I can't turn my camera around. So you'll see that next week, hopefully. Another thing that we did was, remember last week when I had the pieces of the zipper bag, and I told you that I'd had it for years and finally came across it again and have never been able to figure out how to put it together? Well, I got together with Monica of Mona Did What, and through Zoom, she showed me how to get it all put together. So we now have a finished zipper bag, which with the lining inside, zipper on top, zipper here with a pocket, a little wrist strap, everything all complete and done. And Mona was great. So when you want to know Mona did what? Mona helped Kep Stitches put her bag together. So we now have a completed bag. So I will be dropping her link in the description box. And while we're on that subject, if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, like, share, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for the notifications so you'll know when I go live and when I drop new videos and information for you. And also in the description box is always the link for my Facebook group, Friends of Kep Stitches Quilting Stitching Bee, where a lot of the things that we do are shared in there. The sew-alongs, the little mini quilt of the month, that type of thing are in there, and we're getting ready to do a sew-along also. So if you're interested in that, just click on that link, answer the questions to join, and join us in that group. One of the other things talking about is that along with the April mini quilt, decided to start working on the projects in this book by Jan Paddock. It's Tabletop Turnabouts, and they're cute little quilts. We'll just fan real quickly so you can't see everything in there, but there's 10 different little quilts in this book, and they are a little quilt on both sides, which are designed, see if I can pick this up without it falling apart. I normally pick it up wrong. They are designed to go on a stand like this, and instead of just being one-sided, it folds over, which this is not one of those. This is a different one from back. It's my Easter one, but it would also have a quilt on the back to where it folds over, and you have two sides to use on there, or you can use it. She shows different ways to be able to use them also throughout the book. But we will be starting working on that this month, and I will be doing some tutorials, demonstrations, help along the way in that. So anybody that's interested, I'll drop the links for where this book is still available. If you're interested, you can get that and follow along as I give tips and demos on completing those. Also this week, I was able to work a little more on this cloth stitching journal page. Is coming along. I don't know if I've told you before, but the reason for the red accents on here is the dress that I'm wearing here is actually red. So that's just a memory of reminding myself in years to come that that dress was red, since I printed it in black and white. But that's coming along, and hopefully within another week or so, I'll have a couple pages finished, and I will be sharing how to attach those pages in your cloth stitching journal. So look for that. One of the other things this week, let me make sure that I've covered everything. I believe that I have, is I did get some happy mail this week. And I will not share who that came from. The person that sent it knows who they are. Thank you very much. She knows me very well. She sent one of the Civil War legacies, and it's called Uncle Frank's Socks, but it's small reproduction quilts from the Civil War era. So now I have another one that I will love, and it can be done out of scraps. So I have plenty of scraps and Civil War era fabrics. So I'll be making that one up real soon, and I will share that with you. And thank you very much. You know who you are that sent that to me. I really appreciate it. Thanks. So I believe that is it. As usual, I'm talking so fast. I need to slow down my talking. I was told that sometimes when I say kept in stitches, it sounds like Captain Stitches, which I'm not captain of anything. So it is kept in stitches. and I will try and slow down for those of you that can't keep up with my fast talking. That's just always the way I've talked, and long-lived habits are hard to get rid of, but I will definitely try on that. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope that you've had a productive week. Remember, any type of stitching that it is that you are involved in, there will be something that I have along the way to share with you. If you ever have any questions, comments, anything you'd like to see, be sure and drop that in the comments for me, and I'll do my best to be able to answer that or help show a tip demonstration in the future for you. So thanks everybody for watching. Have a great week. Stay safe. Get out that stitching, work on it, and remember, I can keep you in stitches. Bye-bye.